Can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
Hello. You must be a new, co-worker.
Hey, this whole capitalism thing isn't so dreadful after all. Here to do some fishing?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.
For not crushing my plans, friend. I'm the senior principal chief director. I'm always out looking for exciting new plants, rocks, and critters, but you can say, you ain't looking for a job, are you? It's easy. Just need to confirm reported locations of a few rare and highly valuable plants. You can keep anything you find. Well, you got me grinning. I got a stack of reports, but since we're not supposed to be riling things up with the Protectorate right now, I can't go investigate them. But since you're an unaffiliated freelancer, you could handle this task no problem. Just go to these Friend, you and I are about to become... More specifically, it's typically found near Zeranium, so it's spread along with the Protectorate civilization, since their technology is mostly extremely toxic and fairly volatile, but it's a right good source of energy if you know... You'll know it if you see it. It's black and silver, and it sort of hangs in the air on account of it being the same density. Don't go near it. Even a full helmet won't help you. I got 2 reports so far. One near the Automech Repair Center in the southeast. And again, friend, anything you find is yours. I don't want to get audited for
Unauthorized entry into an arbiter training facility is likely to result in violent arbitration. Entering a hostile zone. Enemies detected. Please exercise caution.
Friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472. 472 means they're gonna fill anything that...
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on their rears, it's because the dang problems ran us out of the desalinator. Now we're stuck here on standby.
They ain't gonna do nothing to your precious terminal. Only thing they're a danger to was us.
Yeah, you may have the right of it. I just ain't certain.
Word is Milver Street is ordering a watch on the protected survivors in Westport. Once any change is reported. I hate that kind of work. It always sounds like so much effort. That kind of thing ain't even on my contract. Street is offering
Scout report.
for
Yes,
anything
sir.
important.
Looks like the mind your own business interests.
Come on, friend. Let's go set our lamp.
You are dying, which is not advised at this time.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one come. What's your business here?
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking protectorate official is worth 10, 20
All right, let's not. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for xeranium gas. Nothing too bad, aside from the headaches. One more thing, don't cause any trouble around the.
Outsider?
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay. What in the name of the Arca? Oh, right. My guards told me to expect a new arrival right before our cheat.
Marshall, you're acting as though I'm not standing here arguing the...
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless jawing, but not today. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to manage it. Well, prepare to be disappointed. We've got a gas leak. Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals. Though we may not last long if we fail to repair the uranium leak. I wouldn't have put it in those terms, but the Vox relay station needs our automechs. But until that leak is fixed, this facility is a target for the sport. Delphinia Bryant is working on a prototype uranium shield. Whoever uses it will be less disposable and more useful to the Protectorate. What did I tell you, Woodrow?
Marshall, those automechs have been corrupted with uranium. I can't even cogitate on what they're capable of. Should they go berserk, we may well be turning the very subject you intend to resupply into their victims.
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier Montelli why his defenses are...
Montelli? I rescind my objection. May the delicate working...
There's a good fellow. Cleave to...
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure? And the Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver automechs. If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end. Uranium-corrupted automechs open fire on Protectorate soldiers, and I end up in the darkest bowels of mental refreshment. No, the Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us is wrong. You want to see the quartermaster. She'll only be able to sell you our surplus.
Hello. Come here often. Goodbye. This unit, enjoy our banter.
Stay true, outsider.
Might be wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. I don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
Yes. Let's have a look at you. Another humdrum workaday ailment, no doubt. Nothing requiring my vast... Oh, gladly. What would you like to know? Uranium is a crystal. Even in its raw form, it generates energy. But once refined, uranium is found in a liquid state as well. But refined uranium is used to power nearly all major Protectorate technology. However, it's also highly unstable and must be mined exceedingly carefully. Even minor bumps or jolts can cause... Uranium in its default crystalline state poses two risks. First, it's extremely volatile, exploding with an immense burst of energy. Second, uranium crystals produce a small amount of gas, which we think helps stabilize its crystal. In this gaseous state, uranium is quite hazardous, breaking down organic matter. The concentration of the gas is a critical factor. A person could remain in a light haze for Anyhow, I could talk about this all day if I let myself. Hope I haven't. Total avoidance is best, but try to get out of... Come to think of it, there may be some exciting... Our visiting scientist next door is working on a device that shields the user from uranium's effects, though she... Well, look who it is. Don't have much...
Oh, yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the... Now, what is it you want? Ah, our good Marshall sent you, did he? Well, unfortunately, the device is to assist me, and you'll get more than bits out of the equation. You'll get a... Now tell me, are you familiar with zeranium gas? One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now I could speak at length about zeranium's many captivating intrinsic quality. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from zeranium's remarkably unsavory effects. Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function of the device is confirmed. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components. Bits? Is that what this is about? Assist me in... I imagine a protective field that screens all manner of environmental hazards, not to mention... But if you're unmoved or apathetic for some witless, unsensical reason, I'm sure I can find a way to... Suppose I shouldn't expect every average wayfarer to... Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray zeranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low. Merely activate the device once it's inside a zeranium cloud. Try to avoid any fields of dense zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any question? Normally, yes, but on the off chance that ideally, the resulting shielding will protect against any gas, but since it's of utmost importance, well, of course, obviously. If you suffer prolonged exposure, assuming you survive, see our local medical officer next door. She is highly preoccupied. I believe that covers all the necessary... Oh, so exhilarating.
I'm glad that, whether or not you're able... Zeranium is hardly my area of expertise, but it falls to me to find a solution, lest I follow my predecessors to their untimely fate. Ha! You cut straight to the point. This facility, what it needs is stable, consistent leadership. And I can't be that if I'm dead. What else would disrupt the harmony of our perfect system? Auntie's choice, of course. Zeranium wreaks havoc on automechanicals. Every combat-ready mech in the repair hangar was overcharged, and further damage soon occurred. True, the facility was disrupted. When disorder looms its ugly head, the Protectorate relies on its people to maintain and restore. The situation is deteriorating rapidly, and I need that gas. While I trust loyalty, no matter. My unease is... This facility's purpose is the maintenance of automechanicals. When the war kicked off, it became... The old staff should have laid down their lives to repel Auntie's choice. for their failure of loyalty. Now, their burden is mine. But I won't allow my unit to suffer the same.
Not sure we should get any closer.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis.
My little minion. I trust you've made progress in your task. What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user. Capital deduction! You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside. You guessed correctly. Our chief mechanist was so you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier. Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been... You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. I'm sure he's just being cautious. Should Auntie's choice... No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the... Good! A flexible... Failing... One last thing. The Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be damaged, but we'd both... Well...
Yes? Please understand, the original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic scrap? I can't. I won't. That's a fair point. It's not as if they've come back to finish the job. All right, how's about we get the Dragoon situated over here, so I can extract its vital organ? One catalytic amplifier as agreed. I hate to lose another Dragoon, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Not a chance. Donaldson has done everything in his power to be seeing his...
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amp... Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But press it. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war. Oh, of course. Our little agreement. How could I forget? I'm almost ashamed to admit it, but I didn't think you'd last long enough to collect it.
That Andy anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure, always happy.
run into... Fortunately for you, if you'd indulge me, I have a few questions I'd like to ask. For medical first question, can you describe the conditions in which you were exposed to the zeranium? Another assistant. Should have guessed. I suppose I should be grateful for all the data she sends my way, but... All right, next question. For instance, do your bones seem noticeably softer somehow? Have you observed any sterility on your way in? Or aching in your thigh? Well, good for you. Keeping a positive attitude can often aid as a token of my appreciation. Oh, there. That should do it. Do stop back in.
recharged!
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendly environment. With life support.
What have you done? The uranium now spews from the hangar more thickly than ever. The damage must have been more advanced than we thought. I knew I should have pushed the repairs earlier. Sure, a few may have died, but this is my fault. The blame lies squarely on my shoulders. I gambled on an outsider rather than trusting my... With this failure, I have likely doomed this entire island to the... No more will our stalwart subjects reap the bounty of this land. No more would the pleasant whine of servos accompany. Instead, this island will be trampled by the boots of our enemies. Its resources stripped bare, leaving nothing of the beauty we've cultivated over long years. As our stewardship is cast aside like so much detritus, harmony will be lost, and chaos will reign. Praise will give way to slogans, duty to greed, honor to contractual obligation. Freaks and worse will despoil that which is left behind. And with the island's fall, I may have dealt a crippling blow to the Protectorate itself, eating their way deeper into Eden like ravenous maggots. And it will all be my fault. I'll be remembered. Yes, I suppose.
Auntie's Choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Charm, Zero G Brew, and...
hell. I've stood this post so many times I could do it myself.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable...
Been working at that spot of business we discussed. Easier to lead with fewer targets nibbling at... Loose your words. I'm listening. Scouts reported a plume of smoke thick and wide billowing from the facility. Sure didn't seem to be mechanical exhaust. Got more to report? Though I don't understand your soft-hearted tendencies, anyone still living at that repair facility is safe. They'll be stuck there trying to fix the facility for the whole war. And now, let's talk helping you. There's a bridge gating entry to the northern part of the island. There's an alternate path, but it's blocked by Zeranium. I'll order my troops at the forward operating base to aid you, and you'll punch. From there, your target's the Skycutter Tower. Seems it was recently reactivated, and by our engineers' metrics, might be useful in overloading the Vox's defenses. Wouldn't trust the Protectorate's over-engineered perfection to cook a Spratwurst. Give me the note. If by some miracle your contraption doesn't turn you inside out, and give you a much quieter route to the Vox. Once you pass to the northern end of the island and enter the Skycutter, step light though. There's no Protectorate gallivanting near the tower, which like as any means something blue.
To you by Auntie's Choice Lift-Off Laxative. And every washroom mission with a successful splashdown. I'm on to rock, filling up solar particles in golden. Sounds like $1 million piece of real estate. Too bad all that glitters here is fool's gold. But we're prospecting for a different kind of pater. A creature with 8 legs and 2 venomous injectors. The Barachnid. Not my kind of quarry. Gives me the whim-whams. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't contractually obligated. But let's cut to the hunt. Here at Golden Ridge, we'll find a Barachnid breed encrusted with crystals, which only improves their unsettling appearance in that it helps them blend in. Plenty of nastier variations out there. This whole system needs an exterminator. These jumbo bugs are deadly from any distance. They'll cover a quarter furlong in a single leap and tear you apart before you know they're near. Some breeds hurl sticky silk globs. You know what? No need to track one of these spiders down. Listeners get the gist.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I...
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going...
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
I may be deluded, but you're lucky you ain't dead. Seeing how she seems...
Does she? It occurs to me that you have provided no proof of what...
Why don't you take a long look at me? This is all because she betrayed us. Her team, her friends, even the one who...
By the architect. You're Niles, aren't you?
She was fond of me? And why? Why would she try to kill me?
I can't say, but it may be one of the things she anguished over. An anguish I fear finally overwhelmed her, and could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action.
Here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted.
I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor.
Settle for less. It's true what they say, money buys happiness. Work extra shifts, you can sleep later. We've got the goods to make you better than nature. Auntie is the best choice. Bringing betterment to keep us content. Auntie is the
How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
Try, never settle for less. It's true what they say, money buys happiness.
Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where, but you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't. We became friends when she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No, we all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all.
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to, after the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit.
That is Agent DeVries's identification.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell. That's all I...
Has been successfully rendered unable to repair automechs. Several patrols have since gone missing in that area. You may wonder whatever could be to blame. Combat drones, a hitherto unknown species of aggressive Edenic wildlife, the Protectorate survivors gone hideously feral. Whatever the case, it has been deemed by command an unnecessary distraction. All Anti's Choice forces are hereby ordered to avoid the southeast coast of the island entirely. Now, on to other things. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking, all I